I love Africa not just because I am born here. I love Africa because my soul resonates to the essence of the continent. I love Africa not because my skin is black. I love Africa because this is the continent of my fathers and my mothers. I love Africa not because I walk on this soil, but I love Africa because my future, my essence, my progress, my prosperity lie in the soil of Africa. And so, Excellencies, today we uphold our continent as our continent with enormous natural resources. A continent that has vintage hospitality, ancestral mythology, land use. This is a continent of tomorrow. And this continent that all of you here are here to ensure that its prosperity continues to grow. It is that also the reason why it brings me to the man I'm about to invite now. He loves this continent to a point of passion. He is one of Africa's finest financial and banking experts. He studied in some of the very best universities across the world. But today he woke up and said, look, if there are hindrances on the road, if there are problems at the borders, how can I help in contributing to the prosperity of my continent? And hence the idea of stealing. He says, if this is what I leave behind, in the same way that the legendary Osagyefo Kwame Nkrumah had left a legacy of freedom and independence for our continent, though being a Ghanaian, he said, I will be happy. He is Nigerian. He's the managing director of Nexim Bank. He said, if I leave stealing behind, when I go, generations yet unborn will remember me. Please welcome here, Mr. Robert Hawker.
Thank you. Morning, ladies and gentlemen. The MC has already established a protocol for this event. So in Nigeria we say, let us stand on the existing protocol. So let me stand on the existing protocol that has been established. I'm extremely delighted to be here at the CINIC Investors Forum. Why I feel highly honored to be here this morning, to participate in our quest to foster partnership and promote regional integration and trade. May I seize the opportunity to first reiterate Nigerian Export-Import Bank's interest in the promotion of the CINIC project. The Nexim Bank, as you may probably be aware, is Nigeria's export development finance institution and trade policy bank. We have a mandate to support the Nigerian private sector in export-related trade activities. In pursuance of this strategic objective of deepening trade, especially international trade, the bank has over the past few years sadly observed that the level of international trade has stagnated at an annual growth rate of 10%. This is largely attributable to the enormous transport and logistic challenges and non-tariff measures that are being faced by traders and shippers. If we take an example of what is happening in other regions, intra-European trade is now at 70%. Intra-Asia and America is at 50% each. In Africa, we have only 10%. Africa must trade with Africa. Whatever trade impediments that we have that is making us not to increase the level of trade flows among African countries, we must find a way of overcoming them. And I keep saying that the financial crisis that we had, the global financial crisis that we had in 2007 and 2008, it is only Africa and some part of Asia that stimulated the demand for the world economy to recover. All of you know that there's no demand in Europe, there's no demand in America. So the time for Africa is now. God has placed this country with abundant resources. We hold the S to industrialization of the world program now. We must take our destiny into our hands. And whatever impediments that we have that will hinder us from achieving that objective, it must be done now. It is not tomorrow. It must be done today. As you are all aware, these impediments that I have mentioned, trade levels, have made the West and Central Africa, they have the highest transport and logistics costs in the world as we speak. Why is that so? The major means of moving our goods from one region to another is by road. And you have all the impediments that the chairman mentioned. Multiple checkpoints, harassment from security agencies, lack of improvement in road infrastructure over these years. And I give an example. If you have to move your goods from Lagos in Nigeria, for instance, to Tema Port in Ghana by road, with all those challenges, it might take you like 6 days to take your goods to Tema Port as your destination. But if you have to move your goods from the same Lagos by sea to the same Tema Port in Ghana here, it will take you a minimum, in most cases, it will take you a minimum of 45 to 60 days. And the simple fact is that we don't have cargo vessels here. We use the European vessels. They will take our goods to Europe and do a transshipment of our goods from Europe to deliver them in Tema Port in Ghana here. Under that kind of scenario, I don't see how we can deal with trade. I don't see how Africa can trade with itself. And there's nobody that can come and do this for us. We have to do it ourselves. That was how we came up with the issue of Sydney. We need to trade among ourselves. And for us, as the Development Finance Institution and as the Trade Policy Bank of Nigeria, I have to follow my exporters to the market to appreciate the challenges that they have. And I now say, if I give you, for instance, $1 million to produce goods, and these goods are packaged in 20 containers, and you want to sell them to Tema Port in Ghana here, that is to say that you have to make 20 trips. With all the accompanying challenges that we have mentioned, by the time you take your goods here, all the margins will have gone. So you find Africans making a lot of efforts, but these efforts are leaking. They're not getting anything out of it. The money that we're supposed to generate within the regions and create jobs with TV use, that money is not being used within the region. We must find a way of creating jobs for our people, of adding value to the huge commodities that we have, and then having a way of moving. How do we trade among ourselves? In the 26 countries that make up the West and Central Africa region, 81% are coastal countries. All of them are along the coast. I don't see the reason why we cannot trade among ourselves. Only about 5 are landlocked. So we have all the opportunities. All that we need to do is to recognize that nobody can come and do this for Africa. Our brothers or our colonial masters will only come to exploit us. And they come with all sorts of sentiments. You speak French, you speak English, so you are enemies. I think Africa has gone beyond that level now. We are all Africans. I I give you an example. If one American is killed, as big as America is, if one American is killed, the whole America rises. The whole America rises up. If you get to Nigeria, or if something is happening in Ghana, Nigeria will say that it's a Ghanaian problem. If something is happening in Cameroon, we say that it's a Cameroonian problem. We have gone past that. Every single soul that is killed in Africa is everybody's concern. Until we begin to think that way, we will not even appreciate the opportunities that we have and what measures can be taken to harness those opportunities. And I think the first thing that we need to do is find an efficient seagoing transportation system that Africa can trade with itself. If you look at West Africa, for instance, we have 15 member states. Almost all of them are coastal countries. Why can't we trade among ourselves? There will be higher demand for goods and services. And because we are moving the goods principally by road, within a very short period, there will be congestion. So we have to trade among ourselves. Distinguished Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it is gratifying to note that the seeding project will facilitate the realization of the enormous trade-related benefits. It will lead to reduction of non-tariff barriers to trade. It will eliminate transit corridor issues. It will reduce the transportation costs to economic operators, as well as enhance fiscal benefits to various governments through formal and augmented trade. We have very serious problem. Vice President of ECOWAS, within the ECOWAS sub-region, we have huge informal trade, very huge. You find us trading among ourselves, but this trade is not documented. Between Nigeria and the Republic, you find some people that have been trading among us themselves at the borderline for the past 20 years. If you ask them to give you a piece of paper, maybe a complimentary card, they don't have it. Because this trade is largely uncaptured. It's not formalized. But we need this trade to be formalized, even if it's going to be for statistical planning, for the various countries to plan, looking at the prospect of trade growth. That's number one. Number two, is people move across to the neighboring country. They say they are going to cash and put their cash in the pocket and go back. We must find a way of deepening the payment system. We should begin to encourage most of the small and medium enterprises to make payments through the banking channel. Let them understand the internationally accepted method of payment in international trade. So that when we want to trade outside the regions with other countries, we know how this trade is done. And until we are able to formalize our trade, until we are able to make payment through the banking channel, there is no way we can improve the level of trade flows among ourselves. May I at this juncture assure all stakeholders that though the CIVIC is conceptualized as a public-private partnership initiative, it will primarily be driven by the private sector, as well as owned by the private sector. And there will be measures that are being put in place to ensure sustainability in accordance with international maritime rules and standards. The CIVIC guiding principles, among others, will be to facilitate inclusiveness for cross-border trade among traders, including the small and medium and large operators. It will also enhance the competitiveness and market access, as well as forge regional strategic partnerships and private sector involvement. In closing, I would like to immensely thank the ECOWAS Commission and the Maritime Organization for West and Central Africa, MOPA, as well as the regional development partners and financial institutions for their continuous and unwavering support to this project. May I also solicit for the continued support and cooperation of all the regional maritime and port authorities to ensure the successful takeoff and operation of the city. I thank you all for your attention.